Welcome to Learning Partner. Please do like and subscribe to my channel to get all the updates of the videos I will be posting. So in this video we are going to discuss mostly on the array and the objects and what are the methods we have which are there on the array and obviously on the objects also. Okay, so first we will start with the objects. So just a basic definition, we don't know like what array is. Let's say if you want to store some data of cities or some students or some roll numbers into some variable. Okay, so how do we store that? Let's say var, okay, let's say roll number is equal to, so how do we write array in a square bracket? Okay, so let's say 112 is my roll number, 1112 is another, 13 is another, 14 is another, 15. So what you can see, it's a collection of numbers separated by comma. So this is nothing but array. Okay, this array is of type numbers. Okay, let's say where students is then square bracket. Here we will have names of the students. Let's say Sachin is one of it, then comma, then second element Sehwag, Rahul. Okay, so these are the three elements I have in the array. Just hold back. Okay, so this was the array of holding all the numbers. This students array is holding all the elements are of type string. Okay, so now this is the array declaration. How do we declare? Var roll number, our variable name, equal to the square bracket. Inside the square bracket we put the values in comma separated. Okay, this is very simple array. Now if I try to print it, console.log, and then I will print roll number first. Okay, and here it will goes the roll number. Let's save. See, it will print like this. Okay, same ways it will go with the student also. If I print student, see, I get the array printed in console. Okay, let's say another so array is having some properties also and some methods also. So if I need to get the length of what number of elements I have in my array. So to get that, var total roll numbers is equal to, so how I can get roll number dot length. Okay, now if I print it, so I just have to use this variable over here. Let's say, see, in roll number we have 5 elements, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is how we get the length of an array, means how many elements are there in the array. Next thing, let's say I want to access, first I will show you like how we get to see that array. I am adding a debugger here. Let's say, okay, so now you can see, if I hover on the roll numbers, you can see how I can see the array. Indexing will start from 0, 1 2 3 4. So we have 5 elements, so indexing will always start from the 0. In case of student also you can see 0 1 2 is there. Okay, let's say I want to access particular element on particular index. So in console, roll number is my array. Okay, so I can write roll number then square bracket. Here I can provide the index, let's say 2. So you can see roll number in square bracket 2, I have got 13 because 0 11 is there, 1 12 is there, and second 13 is there. Same like that, roll number then square bracket, let's say 4, that is the last one, so I get the 50. This is how we access the element from the array. Same goes with the string array also, same way, square bracket index route. Okay, so at the last index we had that route 0, on the 0th index we have Sachin, 1th index we have Sehwag, and the 2nd index we have Rahul. Okay, so this is how we access the element. So this is what we have seen like get length of array. Okay, now next thing is like access element. Let's say where third position element. Okay, so from students, sorry, roll number, we have to get whatever the position we have on the third. Okay, so I'll pass it over here. So normally third means 0 1 2, so we have to space 2. Then so let's print this index over here. Let me just continue this. So see, total roll number, third position, where is that? Let me clear it again. Disable the debugger in console. Yeah, so on the third position element we have got 13. Okay, so this is the way how we access particular element. Okay, so in previous episode we have seen how do we use the for loop, right? So let's say I need to print all the element in particular array. So how I can write for, then indexing let index is equal to 0, index will up to roll number dot length. Up till when I have to run the for loop, what number of elements I have. Okay, then how we access, using array dot index, same way we have done here, array then index we have to pass. So here index will be dynamic. Okay, so now console dot log, here I will say element at index, then I will say index, that is the for loop index, then is, then colon, then plus whatever the element I will get here. That's it. Okay, so let's save and check. Okay, array is not defined. Where it is array? Okay, here instead of array we have to specify roll number. So you can see index at index 0 we have 11, 1 we have 12, 13, 14, 15. So you can see that what number of records we have, that number of time for loop got executed. Okay, so this is how we use the for loop on the array. Same way will go for the student array also. Let me just copy paste. Instead of this roll number it will be students now. Let's see, you can see at the index we have 0 we have Sachin, then 1 Sehwag and 2 Rahul. Okay, so this is the way we use for loop on an array and how do we access those elements. Okay, now on the array we have some functions like find is there, filter is there. Okay, so let's see what those functions are. Let's say first find. Okay, so I need to check like in my array particular name is present or not. Okay, so for that is element present is equal to, now I need to check like Sehwag is present in my students array or not. So what I will do, students dot find. Okay, then I have to write that lambda expression. For that let's say m nothing but you can give anything, it's just an instance we are creating. Then m is equal to double quotes, what condition we have to pass, Sehwag. Okay, now if I will add the debugger over here, so let's save and check it now, enable it. So here you can see I have got the Sehwag because in students array we have got the Sehwag, right? So I have got that element over here. But what if I change Sehwag 2? Now I don't have any string in my array matching with Sehwag 2, right? So in next time I will get undefined because in students array I don't have any record with matching Sehwag 2. So I will get undefined. Okay, so find is like, find you use when you need a particular record like only once, like like with whatever the condition you pass over here, you are going to expect that you are going to get only one record. So that time you go with the find, so because find will return only one record. Okay, let's say, let's just add a savag one more time, and here let's make it savag only. Okay, so if you can see here in the students we have sevak two times, first at the one location and third location, but still we have got sevak only. So it will find the first record and it will return it. Okay, but now the same, if we need the list of all the elements, so we have to go with the filter. So instead of find, we have to go with the filter. Okay, records, let's save. Okay, so here you can see we have got sevak two times. So that is the difference between find and filter. Filter gets you the list of all the elements matching whatever the condition you pass over here. But find will get you only one record. Even if it got multiple record, but it will return only one record. Okay, but with filter you will get all the matching elements. So here in the records you got two times sevak, because in array we have, in students array we have sevak two times, right here and here also. So we have got two times in the record. Okay, but in the element present we have got only once. So that is the difference between find and filter. Okay, we will see more once we are done with the object. Okay, so these are the basic things which you need to know when you are dealing with the array. Now let's jump to object. So what are object? Let's say you are talking about a student. So student have many properties like student name, mobile number, contact number, in which standard he is studying, what are his hobbies and everything. Same way, if we talk about employee, we have employee name, contact number, email ID, then its designation. Okay, so for every what we can say object or entity, we have some properties, like, so that we can store in a particular object. Okay, so if we say how do we create the object, let's say where student object is equal to, now array was starting with square bracket, right? But object will start with curly bracket. This is how object will look: curly bracket end, curly bracket start, and curly bracket end, and in between we will have our fields. Okay, so in student object we can have, let's say, full name colon some value, searching, then comma. So we have to separate the fields with the comma separated. Okay, this is a key and this is a value. Either you can call it as a key or a field also, or property also, anything will work. Okay, so object is nothing but the collection of key value pair data. This is one key, then comma, then second key, mobile, then we can provide mobile number over here. Okay, again we can have email ID. Okay, now it is not mandatory that directly you put the name here. You can enclose that in the quotes also. Everything is allowed. Okay, see, directly you can create the property like this also, or you can enclose that in the quotes also. Okay, so this is how we create the object, where student, our variable name, then equal to, then curly bracket start and curly bracket end, and you have to create the properties along with values. Okay, this is how object is. Okay, let's try to print it. Console.log, I'm printing obj colon plus, then I will print student object over here. So here you can see object is printed. Now the thing is, we cannot, since student object is a object, it is having multiple keys. So if we try to print that object directly, so it will just print the object. When trying to access object, so we have to specify the key also, like out of this object, which key value you need to print. So student object dot, then you have to access the property. Now you will get Sachin Tendulkar over here. If you need to see mobile, so again you have to use dot mobile, then you will get mobile also. Okay, this is how we access the student property, no, object properties using dot. Instead of dot, you can use object, then square bracket, then in single quote you can square bracket, in single quote you can pass the property. Okay, same it will work. See, either you can use directly dot, then your property name, or either you can use square bracket, and inside that in string you have to specify your property which you need to access. These are the two ways how we access the keys from any object. Okay, now at the time of creation we have just three properties. Okay, let's say I need to add one more property. So what I will do, student object dot city is equal to Mumbai. Okay, now if let's just add a debugger. So the thing with debugger is like you get to see what data is there previously and what data is there after, wherever we need to see. See, in the student object, if I hover, wait, why it is coming undefined? Let me refresh. Let's try to print it over here. My student object is coming undefined. Okay, so I had run that go live feature, so it was confusing. So now you can see, once I refresh, first debugger was here. Once I continue, here you can see in student object we have got three fields. Okay, but once we F10 F10 F10, okay, now here we are adding one more property, that is city with value Mumbai. So now if I hover, see, city is being added over here. Okay, so this is how we add the keys also, using directly dot values. Okay, using dot we access the value also from on the object, and using dot we assign the values, assign the new key to the existing object also. Like same ways, while reading we can use dot, and we can read using square bracket and property name also. Same way we can insert the property using square bracket and dot. Here we will increase state. Okay, so let's check this. This is fast debugger. Currently in student object we just have three properties. Okay, I'm doing F10 F10. Now if I hover, because this line is executed, so if I hover, city is there, now state is not there, but once I do the F10, you can see state is also there, Maharashtra. Okay, so this is how we can add more fields into existing object. Okay, so this is nothing but object. Now next thing, like at the coming back to array, now we have created array of roll number, that is integers, then string. Now let's try to create array of objects. So let's say var student employee, let's say employee array is equal to square bracket. Now I said array is nothing but collection of comma separated values. So in this it was a number, in this it was a string. Now it is an object. So what we need to do, this is one object, then this is second object, then this is third object. Now it's an empty object, we need to add the properties here. So for that, let's see, emp name colon value comma emp mobile colon double quotes value will be there, emp state colon value will be there, then emp email colon quotes. Okay, so now here we need to provide the value. Let's say searching Tendulkar is there. Okay, this is one object, so we just have to, what we normally do when we have to create an array, so we just have to create copy and paste it with comma separated. That's it. Here we will have second record, number will be something else. Okay, so like this we will have some different data. Now if you can see, this employee array is having array of object, because you can see multiple objects are there. If we see roll number, it was array of integers, and students it was array of string, but now we have array of objects. So this is how we create the object. Okay, so this was the array of object. Now if we see those methods filter and find, so let's try to use this over here. Now we have to see like if we have any records with Seva. So now I will just copy paste it. Now we have two records with the Seva, but number will be different. Okay, so first we have 222, 333, 444. Okay, now let's see what do we get in case of Seva. Now in case of instead of student, it will be employee array is present. Okay, in employee array we are going to find, if we employee array dot find m such that m dot, now in employee array we have object, so we have to select that particular property, is employee name is equal to Seva. Let's save and check it now. Okay, now if you can see, we have two records which is having employee name as Seva. So once I click on the find, so here you can see we have got 22333344 record, means whatever the record it has got first, it haven't taken the second one, because find will return only one element with the matching condition. So condition was where employee name is equal to Seva, so we have got just once. Okay, now let's write the filter. Same thing, m dot employee name, instead of students it will be this, records, m dot employee name, because it is an array of objects, so we have to specify which property you need to add the condition. Continue. Now here once I obtain, here we have got only one object, whatever the record it has got first. But in case of filter, you can see condition is same, where employee name is Sevak, where emp name is Sevak. But here you will see we have got two records. So that was the difference between find and filter. Find will get you only first record whatever it finds, but filter will get you all the records, whatever the condition you pass, it will get all the record. Okay, now if we specify like this Sevak is from Delhi and this Sevak is from Bhopal, so let's try to write that. I'm just copy pasting this. So second method will be Sevak Delhi. So just a variable name I am creating. This was one condition, and m dot state is equal to Delhi. So now we will get one record, because for these two conditions which is having employee name as Sevang and employee state as Delhi, we just have one object. Okay, because for other we have Bhopal. Okay, so let's see that. Continue. This was first, second. So here you can see we have just got one record in find, because we have specified another, added one more condition, that is with state also. So this is how we use different array methods. Okay, so this is everything what we can do with array and the objects. We have seen like how we create the array. This is how we create the array. This is how we get the length. This is how we access the element using square bracket and passing the index. Same way, let's try here also. In console, employee array, if I say 2, you can see I have got the complete object. If I say 3, I will get the object which is at position 3. Let's try to print this. See, this is nothing but array. Okay, in integer it was integer, in string it was string. Now it is an object of arrays, array of objects. So we have got objects 1, 2 and 3 at each index. Okay, so this is everything what we had to see with array and the objects. In next video again we will see some of the methods which are which are of the objects, but it is kind of an advance. Okay, let's say we need to see all the keys we have in array. In object we need to see what are the values we have, then entries. So some again methods are there. We will see those in the next video. Till then, please do like and subscribe. Thank you.